Gentlemen, we've gone over the rules in the back. I want you to protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. I want you to fight hard, but fight clean. If you want to touch gloves, touch them now. Best of luck to both of you.
Oh boy, yes indeed. Robbie Lawler, Laurelvskondigt, welterweight belt on the line. Here we go! The southpaw, Robbie Lawler, the champion. He's in the dark trunks, white trunks for Laurelvskondigt, who first trained at Jackson Winklejohn at age 15, who truly were put on this earth to fight.
Well, right now, Robbie is the one pressing the action. Good kick to the body there by Carlos. Robbie's taking control of the center of the octagon and pressing Carlos up against the cage, limiting his movement.
This part.
But right now, Robbie's doing what he wants to do and pressing Carlos up against the cage.
Carlos returned a knee.
Good shots there by Robbie.
Over and over. And now it's all the people at American Top Team, Joe. Everybody.
Oh, he tagged him!
He got tagged, now he's back up. Robbie seems to be okay.
We won't know until they break. Knee by Condit.
Let's see if Robbie continues to backpedal or if he becomes the aggressor again. He connects.
Well, Carlos has got to be very careful wading into the storm. Power back kick, power hand. He tagged him with a left hook there, Mike.
Lawler now initiates a clinch. The knee by Condit.
Good knee to the body and created space with that and allowed him to take the center of the octagon.
Condit's striking's always flowed beautifully, just like that.
Well, good left hand by Carlos. Carlos is mixing things up well, Mike.
Good start for Condit. 4 minutes into a potential 25.
Meanwhile, Robbie's recovered. Looks very good now, light on his feet.
Robbie's always said, plain and simple, I want to get better every day.
Kick to the body and a left hook behind it for Carlos.
Really calculated attacks.
Well, Carlos is such a long guy, too. It's just difficult to get in on him. Throws a lot of kicks, and when you do get in on him, he's excellent with elbows. And short punches, even though he has long arms, he throws tight, short.
Round two. Interesting that the corner of Carlos said this is where he's going to try to even it up quickly.
He's got to maintain the center of the octagon. There's a nice kick to the body by Robbie.
Carlos does like to throw a knee.
Preparing him. Oh, there's a good left hook there. Moved away.
Carlos blew out his knee, of course, in the Tyron Woodley fight. And he's trying to be even better here against ruthless Robbie Lawler. Lots of kicks. Condit, that quick knee at the end.
Good knee to the body at the end there. Oh, Robbie caught him coming in. Carlos is showing Robbie a lot of different things. There's a lot of feints going on. There's a lot of movement.
Oh, tagged him! My goodness!
Robbie hit him with a big shot.
Lawler looking to finish this fight. Carlos looking to recover.
He got tagged.
Absolutely. Buying himself time.
Robbie's gonna make
to get back up and recover from that big punch.
Much more volume by Laurelvskondigt.
Check both times, Joe.
The big shot, of course, in this round so far was by Lawler, but oh, there's a nice counter there. Oh, he's looking to go over the top again. Carlos has got to be careful with his chin up, Mike, as he's pulling out these exchanges. His chin goes way up.
Final seconds of the second, he caught him on the way in with that uppercut. Robbie just fine though.
But when you look at that knockdown, Mike, a lot of that was being off balance. I would definitely say that Robbie connected harder though.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, regardless of whether or not Carlos was off balance, it was just a much cleaner, harder shot.
Lawler has finished 21 of his 26 wins, 20 with strikes.
Carlos really throwing a lot of kicks and keeping Robbie at the end of them.
Putting together these combinations, trying to do damage.
Robbie with
a right.
Then to the right and left there as well. And again, when Carlos gets up against the cage, there's a knee to the body by Carlos.
The knee up the middle is a dangerous weapon possessed by Condit. Here we go.
But again, Robbie controlling the center of the cage. Carlos has got to be careful because he can't back up here.
Walks right into an elbow.
Trying to hook kick there, crazy.
Good elbow by Robbie Lawler. 3 minutes remain in the third.
Carlos, as he's throwing these combinations, his chin is straight up in the air. He's got to really be careful there. It's almost like he's trying to lean back, anticipating the potential counter, and trying to stay tall as if to get out of the way of them.
Caught the leg.
Nice kick there by Lawler. Very beautiful kick there by Condit. Attack the inside of the leg. And Robbie almost caught him there running in.
You can see Lawler very comfortable in the counter punch position.
There's a nice knee to the body by Condit. Condit, another knee to the body. Condit with Lawler pressed up against the cage, but Robbie turns him around.
The clinch.
Look at this.
The final minute spins out.
Robbie looking for a takedown there briefly.
Caught him with that right. Carlos right up the middle with those kicks and knees. Round 3 total
Good
strikes.
kicks to the body there by Condit, Mike.
20-21 now for Condit. The output of total strikes, about a 3-to-1 advantage for the natural-born killer.
Again, we need these two. We need 2 good ones.
Round 4. A couple of fights with Johnny Hendricks.
Oh, good exchange there. It looked like Carlos might have connected with the right hand. That and the right hand, the left and the right.
Wow. Nearly 250 for Condit. When we talked about it, Joe, he likes to utilize combinations that flow very perfectly.
Well, he's incorporated a movement coach, which is all the rage now in MMA. And his guy, Erwan McClure, is the head of this thing called MoveNat. He does a lot of stuff in nature and a lot of balance drills and these different plyometric drills that involve balance.
We talked numbers a moment ago, but the reality is this is a very close fight. Don't forget, when we finish on pay-per-view.
Nice inside leg kick, beautiful.
Go to FS1, Karen Bryant, Daniel Cormier, Kenny Florian, Tyron Woodley, Ariel Helwani here. The post-fight show on FS1 after our pay-per-view. Midway point of round 4.
Robbie looked to connect there with that straight left.
Pushes forward again.
Oh, he caught him with a little bit of a punch there over the top, but Carlos landed a right hand there. Robbie pressing the action here.
You can see a sense of urgency in Robbie Lawler, especially considering, Joe, what his corner said. That's a slip.
Good knee to the body there by Condit.
About needing big rounds here in 4 and 5.
But we're seeing more diversity and more creativity from Condit. There's another one, steps in with an uppercut. He caught him with a left hook there.
Again, initiating the exchange, Carlos Condit.
A lot of pressure by Condit here.
Flying knee.
There's a hard kick to the body. And that was the difference between that one and some of these other ones that he's being more economical with, like that one. Robbie is almost being too economical, Mike. I mean, he's really got to take more chances. This is a dangerous situation for him where he may need to win this fight by knockout. Good kick to the body there by Condit, just by sheer volume alone. There he's looking for it.
Oh,
he tagged him. He tagged him.
Tagged him behind the
Hard
ear.
kick to the body. Robbie's in trouble.
Carlos Condit trying to dig in. Robbie says, bring it.
But Carlos playing it smart here.
Spin.
Spin. Knee.
He was looking for that spin earlier.
Nice left to the body.
20 seconds on the clock.
Spinning
Another
back kick to the
spin.
body.
Robbie looked at the clock. 15. Another knee up the middle.
Excellent combination by Condit. Oh! Big swing by Robbie.
What a round for the natural-born killer.
Big round for Carlos Condit.
For 12 pounds of gold. Lawler, Condit, fifth and final round.
Oh, he's got the look right now, like he's stepping it up. But that could leave him open for counters, especially those short punches by Carlos. If Robbie winds up too much, if he opens himself up too much trying to win by knockout. Nice leg kick. Good left hand over the top.
Good head movement. Ducking under out of harm's way, at least for now, by Condit.
Good right hand by Condit. Oh. Right hand. Big right hand by Lawler.
Over the top again with a follow-up left. Robbie has connected.
Carlos looking for elbows. Good left hand by Carlos.
Look at that combination.
And a kick to the body.
Strikes.
Just the diversity of his attack.
And the
spinning
spin
back
against.
fist.
Those slicing elbows. Look to push off the cage. Leave it on the octagon again.
Good combination by Condit.
So precise.
Oh, good left hand. 3 minutes to go. Robbie Lawler, if he wants to retain his title, he's got to really go into desperation mode, Mike.
Carlos bloodied up, but far from beaten. Total strikes. The statistics are so lopsided.
We tagged him there.
Nearly 400 strikes thrown by the natural-born killer.
Boy, Robbie Lawler, there's a nice kick by Robbie.
Past the midway point of our fifth and final round.
Beautiful combination by Condit. Really mixing it up well with that step-in left uppercut.
Lawler again with that big left. Carlos able to just get out of the way. Carlos showing that the best defense in this fight for him has been his offensive output. Under 2 remains. Will we open 2016 with another new champion?
Excellent combination by Condit. Oh, Robbie landed the right hand. A left hand.
So many in 2015.
Robbie tagged him.
Again gets
tagged
him.
him with the left.
90 seconds. Lawler looking to finish it. Ruthless Robbie Lawler.
Oh, he's
again on the top with a knee.
Plenty of time to go.
Lawler knows he has to finish this fight.
He tagged him again with the left.
Head kick.
And again. What a fight.
Again. Lawler continuously delivering great strikes.
What a chin on Carlos Condit.
Under a minute on the clock.
What a fight.
Robbie again looks up. 40 seconds remain.
Carlos with a combination. Robbie with the right hand.
I just said earlier, Joe, time to leave it all in the octagon. And man, these guys are doing exactly that. Under 30. 20.
Left hook by Condit. Right hand by Condit. And a left again.
Great recovery by Condit.
Beautiful head kick.
Final seconds of this fight.
Oh my God.
It is over.
What a
they
fight.
go the distance.
With nothing left. Look at these guys. Literally nothing left. Emptied out.
Defining once again, born to fight.
Unbelievable.
For the winner by split decision, and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Ruthless Robbie Lawler.
What a fight.
I'm going to interview both of you guys.
Fight. Here we go. Tony Sims, the southpaw in the white trunks, Abel Trujillo in the black trunks. Trujillo, as Joe said during the walk-in, loves to stand and trade.
Just maybe not unload everything but the kitchen sink right away. Pick his spots and fight at more of a professional pace.
Weather the early storm, perfect way to describe it. Controlled aggression, often as dangerous as anything in the UFC.
Tony Sims fighting very cautiously, aware of the speed and explosion.
It's exactly what we talked about, Joe. Tony Sims, 8 first-round finishes, 12 victories.
There's that right hand. He tagged him.
Connected.
And he's switching up stances as well, using that reach and height. There it is again, through that right hand. Caught him. Yeah, Thatch's an excellent training partner.
Oh, for a fight like this.
Very nice right left.
Trujillo trying to cut it off.
And Trujillo here looking for the takedown.
Yeah, that tells you something.
Yes, it does.
Sims fights it off. And now he's got, well, momentarily he had double underhooks.
Excellent defense by Sims. Trujillo lands a right hand on the break.
Tony Sims in the pre-fight interviews acknowledging the power, the explosiveness, obviously, of tonight's opponent, Abel Trujillo. Sims
Look at that.
calling out he wants it.
Beautiful duck under there. Very nicely done. He's got him up
And down.
Trujillo looking for
Gotta be careful of that
a
neck.
guillotine choke.
Tony Sims spins.
Trujillo looking for the choke.
Yeah, it's all over! Abel Trujillo by
Very
submission!
nice.
Just the second submission victory of his professional career.
Very, very nicely done by Abel. Boy, talk about capitalizing on a brief opening.
Wow.
Declaring the winner by submission due to a guillotine choke, Abel Killer Trujillo.
Here we go. Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
There's that oblique kick to the thigh that we so often see from Mike Winkeljohn trained fighters.
25 career wins, 17 by knockout for Orlovsky. Miocic has finished 10 of his 13 victories by knockout. Don't blink. Quick uppercut by Stipe. Belarusian, the Croatian, both men living here in the States, as I mentioned. Andre's been here a long time, and Stipe born and raised in Cleveland, the suburbs of Utah.
Oh, good right hand by Stipe.
Independence, and he caught him.
Arlovsky's
And
hurt.
again,
He's
this could
hurt.
be it.
That's it.
It's
That's
all
it.
over.
Wow.
Just like that.
Wow.
Stipe Miocic.
Declaring the winner by TKO, Stipe Miocic.
Here we go. White trunks for the man called T-City. Dark trunks for the Brazilian DB, Diego Brandao.
Hard leg kick by Brandao, but falls down from it. And another one to the inside. Again, Diego with serious power. And here's a right hand over the top.
Billed by many as the next big thing.
Well, he certainly has the potential, and he
Yes.
certainly has the ability. He's just been hot and cold as a fighter.
That said, the two men.
Big armbar.
Uh-oh.
Look at this. Diego, though, with jiu-jitsu skills of his own. But look at
Absolutely.
Ortega Immediately spinning to guard. Diego with some good shots from the top and gets right back up to his feet with a smile.
Both men black belts in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. The knee just missed from Ortega.
Ortega's gonna have to weather the storm, Mike, and there's a hard leg kick by Diego, striking. There's a 1-2, a hard right hand and a left behind it. Oh, there's another hard right hand. But Ortega with the clinch here.
Trying to get Diego Brandao down on the mat. Watch for the knees here. Now it's Diego initiating.
Much more MMA experience for Brandao as well. It's another thing to think about. Takes him down, but Brian Ortega will attack off of his back. It is not a safe place to be unless he's got a guillotine. The only thing you can attack with the body triangle is the neck.
Posturing up is Brandao, looking for the elbow.
Ortega blocking that elbow, but not the second one.
Diego Brandao, winner of 4 of his last 6 fights.
Well, I think the Conor McGregor fight really woke him up.
And the Dustin Poirier one prior, where he had trouble making weight. 5-round main event, and look where Conor McGregor is today.
Again, we're seeing the efficiency in the striking of Diego. As far as striking.
To the body, answered by Brandao.
One of the things they tried to work with Diego at Jackson's is getting him to calm down, getting him to relax. And Diego's looking for the counters, but getting a little reckless here.
Yeah, he's got a cut under the right eye. Ortega has connected more than once. Brandao stays at southpaw.
That was a good stiff right jab by Ortega.
Now goes to orthodox, final seconds of the round. Switching up, much like Ortega does. Diego Brandao ducks under. Worthy of being in the octagon. Round 2.
So we saw the corner of Brian Ortega very happy with what's going on, meaning that Brian is relaxing, looks a little bit more loose, didn't get hurt in that fight, got tagged a couple times, but he's fine. But more importantly, they believe they're taking Diego into deep water.
Both men looking to find their groove and take a definitive advantage in this fight here in the second.
There's a good left to the body and a right over the top.
Mixing things up.
Yeah, you can see Brian relaxing, being a lot more loose, seems much more comfortable, and you definitely see a slower Diego Brandao, a more tentative Diego Brandao. There's a good kick to the body by Diego, though.
Diego over the top on the counter.
Well, Brian Ortega has shown that he can take a good shot, that's for sure. Because especially in the beginning of that first round, he got hit with some good ones.
Brandao mixing it up, much like Ortega. Accidental poke. John McCartney says, let's keep going. Just about to the midway point of this fight, Brandao is taking a look up at the clock. Little switch on that inside leg kick. To the body nicely. He likes that body with the left hook, Joe, and then over the top with the right.
I like that jab to the body by Ortega.
Oh, nice counter.
Nice right hook counter.
Deep waters does not mean that Ortega starts, throwing caution to the wind. They want him to stay calculated throughout this entire fight. But Diego Brandao is really showing some great head movement tonight, like that right there.
But again, look,
missed
calculated explosion.
Yep.
There's a nice 1, 2, 3.
No wasted power there.
Ortega saw that coming a mile away, got his left leg up, but that one went right through.
10 seconds remain in round 2.
So now Ortega is in a dilemma because even though Diego's slowing down, Ortega hasn't really done anything to him. He hasn't hurt him. He hasn't done.
Third round, the end of round 2. Diego Brandao playing a little bit with Brian Ortega and motoring into his corner.
Well, Diego is clearly pacing himself in that second round and not here in the third. He looks fired up, and Ortega with the takedown, but gave it up, went to his back. But you know what? Ortega is so good off of his back, that might have been a part of the strategy all along if he couldn't get the takedown, pull guard. Because his guard is very good.
Thus, and Diego lets him up.
Yeah, Diego's like, no thanks. But again, on the ground, pulls him in, and let's see what Diego decides to do.
Brandao Joe started his training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at age 14.
Bryan Ortega is so active off of his back, and it makes fighters very uncomfortable. He's such a classically trained jiu-jitsu guard.
Racy Jiu-Jitsu black belt. That says it all.
Oh, he's got it.
Can he lock it down? He's gonna finish it right here.
He's got a choke.
Looking for the win.
He's moving to the mount.
Can he lock it in?
To a guillotine here. Diego's in deep, deep trouble because Bryan Ortega is a finisher. He's only got one arm in play, though.
Diego's out for now, at least.
But he's going to go to an arm bar. He's going to go to a triangle. Look at how active he is. It's beautiful. He taps.
It's all over.
Beautiful.
Bryan Ortega by submission.
That is just lovely.
Great transition.
Just the technique is just so nice. So beautiful to see.
Declaring the winner by submission due to a triangle choke, Bryan T-City Ortega!
Bring it on, come on. Here we go. The fight you alluded to against John Howard was Lorenz Larkin's 170-pound debut. 5 months later, he scored another knockout win. Now he's looking to make it 3 straight in the welterweight division.
Both guys are very, very skillful and just very well-trained strikers.
Lorenz Larkin really possesses some footwork to really keep an eye on. If you're a young fighter, Tumenov, a master of sports in boxing.
Dangerous left hook there by Tumenov.
Joe kind of talked about the weapons that he possesses as he made his way into the octagon.
Well, I would give an advantage in the boxing to Tumenov, but perhaps in the kicking to Larkin and footwork.
He catches that kick, but just momentarily. The way of Alcantara, his UFC debut, away from being unbeaten in the UFC.
Tumenov connected.
And a big flurry here.
Tumenov connected with several good shots there, Mike.
Big swing and miss, counter to the body by Tumenov.
Larkin looked a little desperate there. And if I was in his corner, I would be hoping he utilizes more of that. But there's a nice kick by Tumenov.
Keep an eye on one thing, John, that last low kick.
But Lorenz always has to be careful of that counter. There's a beautiful oblique kick. But that's actually to the obliques, which is where you rarely see it. Most of the time, guys throw that kick to the thigh. There's a nice leg kick. Heavy leg kick, and he's limping a little bit off of it.
15 seconds left in round 1.
There it is again, but that time landed with the foot on the knee.
Final seconds.
There's that oblique kick again. Very nice. He's one of the rare guys that throws that to the body like that.
So Larkin with his mouthpiece back in, so even if one of the wires in the braces was broken, he's protected by his mouthpiece. I guess maybe Invisalign would be a better choice than the braces. Looking for his 3rd straight welterweight win.
Again.
Hey,
Larkin's
set it up with straight shots. Keep your chin down. Yes, stay in your shell. Beautiful.
That was a good combination and some body punches that landed for Tumenov.
Another hard leg kick by Larkin.
Hands up, stay in your shell.
Switch kick by Tumenov, and again body shots.
2 nasty body shots by Tumenov. And again, that left hook to the body and then went upstairs with it. That left hook dug, Mike. That was a hard left hook.
Little change of momentum perhaps here to switch his stances. Obviously, he's got great skills.
That left hook to the body by Tumenov is
and
nasty.
He digs in again with it.
It's beautiful. He's missing the elbow perfectly. I mean, just the placement of his, just so excellent. Then he went up top with that.
Previous combinations with that left uppercut.
Oh, Larkin with the right hand.
If he lands it, it could be lights out.
Check that one. Ooh.
Larkin just missed.
Oh, head kick by Tumenov.
Again, he digs that left to the body. Tumenov really, Joe, didn't even attempt to check the earlier kicks.
Oh, he nailed him with that left hook, Mike.
But he's starting to gain the momentum here with those body shots. Final 30 seconds of this round.
Tumenov looking for a takedown. Catches him with a left hand on the break.
Again.
Larkin looks much more uncomfortable in these boxing exchanges. Good head kick there by Tumenov.
Final seconds of this round.
Another hard leg kick by Larkin. He's hurt. Boy, that leg is hurt, Mike.
Third and final round.
Tumenov with the leg kick to start it off with. And Tumenov has landed some leg kicks of his own. Oh, spinning kick to the thigh.
Larkin spins
Again.
And again.
He kicked it. Oh, Tumenov's in trouble. He's in trouble. Wow. He did it again. Wow. Larkin with these spinning heel kicks, Andy Hood style.
And you can take the legs away from your opponent. You can hinder his offense massively. And again.
And he attacked the inside that time. And then he tagged him with a punch.
Tumenov's right in there, though, Joe. He's trying to make it happen.
He's trying, but there's so much less power to his punches now because he's essentially punching with one leg.
Larkin with that
Again with that spinning heel kick to the thigh. Oh, that's a nice kick by Tumenov. Tumenov digs down.
Larkin showing a ton of confidence here in the third. Tumenov with these great hands.
Again with that left to the body by Tumenov.
Larkin just missed with an uppercut.
Good right hand by Tumenov. Larkin just sort of rolled with it. Has been excellent in this fight. There's a left counter there. Leg kick by Larkin again.
Larkin's got to be careful.
He's
confident with that spin, Joe, but he doesn't want to get too loose.
Well, it's so unusual the way he throws it. It's hard to see it coming.
Tumenov, one leg or not, still trying to win this fight by knockout.
Well, his technique is so excellent. Even with one leg, he can still hurt you. But he's definitely doesn't have the same spring.
Looking to move to 3-0 as a welterweight.
And look at this, Larkin with a takedown attempt.
30 seconds. Outstanding performance by Lorenz Larkin tonight.
Good right hand on the break by Larkin.
They go the distance.
Very, very good fight.
And Derek clearly scores it 29-28 for the winner by split decision,